It's 3 weeks from the Ohio State Bodybuilding Championships today. Well, yesterday, and this is this is the end of a long season. If you guys have followed it from the Arnold Quest, I've done now 5 shows, and this is number 6, and I'm done. It's been a long road since November, the Monday after Thanksgiving, of dieting and having the ball and chain, which is food prep and carrying your meals around and your supplements and all of that crazy that's thing, and having the whole, the workouts are not something that are it's not something that I dread, or that I actually feel like it's a job, but the cardio is, and squeezing that into your schedule sometimes can be challenging, and that's part of the ball and chain that I would lump in there with food prep, which I do not enjoy, carrying food around, which is inconvenient, and then not to mention the tanning, the waxing or shaving, just all of that. I'm so done with it. I need a break. It usually takes me a week, and then I'm a week of off season. I'm like, I can't wait to compete again. But I'm right now, as it stands, with 3 weeks out from the show, I'm looking forward to some time to just make a choice the day of what I'm going to eat. Instead of knowing 3 weeks in advance, I'm going to eat this for meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, meal 5, and so on. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. But I don't want to spend too much time in that, because then I lose a little bit of the focus of the now. And the now is that in 20 days, I will do, besides the Arnold, the toughest show that I could compete in this area. So the stakes are high. They always are at the Ohio, because people around here, are gunning for that show. I mean, that's a big bragging rights show in this area. My trainer promotes it, Mike Davies, so that's also a nice little perk that it'd be nice to do his show. But yeah, it's always really good competition. There's every class. There's really good competitors. You'll have a hard time watching that show and seeing a class that is just, people didn't really work hard. Everyone that comes to that show and competes in it has put in a lot of time, and it's nice to compete in a show like that, where people are really put their heart and soul into the prep for it. Well, that being said, I guess I should give you an update as to what I'm doing to get ready for the show, because it's not just about what you do in the gym. That's we've talked about that. We have, I don't know, over 150 videos explaining what I do in the gym. We have, I don't know, about 10 to 15 videos explaining how I eat and why I eat the things that I eat, and then we have maybe a handful of videos with the tanning and the color and the waxing and the posing and all that. But we got a little glimpse of what I do. We did, you follow me to a seminar that I did for patients, but things have changed since then. I kind of took a turn as far as career, and what I'm working in now demands a lot of hours. The nice thing is that I'm not traveling anymore, but I'm trying to squeeze in just so much into a day that I just, I would dream of a 16-hour day, uh, so I can get everything done and still get my sleep, and all that. So that's been the biggest challenge in this prep. It's just going on 5-6 hours of sleep, uh, many nights, trying to get everything in and still come home and spend time with family and things like that. So it's a little difficult, but this is normally how my day goes, because I need to get my cardio in. I usually wake up at 4 in the morning. By the time I get down to my elliptical, it's probably around 4:15, 4:20. I take my supplements, the ones I need to take on an empty stomach, get on the elliptical for 30 minutes, come up, maybe take a few more supplements, get my first meal, and then pack my meals for the day that are already ready in the refrigerator. So they're packed, take a shower. If I have my daughter, get her ready, or help her get ready. She's getting to an age where she's doing a lot of it herself. So out the door by usually 5:35. I'm running late, 5:40, 5:45. I have to be at a personal training studio training people by 6 a.m. So I train people from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then I head to work, change at the gym, head to work. I work from 7 a.m. or whatever time I get there, because I'm early. My shift really doesn't start till 9. So I get there about 7:15. If I have to stop and get something I was missing, like, I don't know, I forgot my rice cakes, maybe 7:30 I get there. So I start answering emails, doing things that I need to do, and I'm there till about 4. At that time I leave to train, because the gym is right down the street from where I work. So I leave to train from 4:30 to about 5:30. So you do what you got to do. So after training, I just kind of cool down for a little bit, and I put my work clothes back on. Yeah, that sounds disgusting, but again, it's just like, you got to do what you got to do. It's not comfortable. I hate it. I hate putting my work clothes on, like a dress pants and a dress shirt, after being soaked in sweat for 45 minutes. But I kind of air dry a little bit, and again, you got to do what you got to do to make it work. So I don't have enough time to take a shower and rinse off before I have to go to work. I have to go back to work, because I'm trying to do this during my lunch break, or what I say is my lunch break. So I'll go back to work. So mind you, I've been there since about 7:15, 7:30. By now it's 4 o'clock. I get back around to work around 5:30, 5:45, and then I stay till 7 or 8. So I've been at work for a while. Then if I don't, then I'll come straight home, have another meal maybe, do cardio, have another meal, and then call it a day. So I'm getting to bed around 10, if I'm lucky. If I'm really, really lucky and I'm just done, I might make it to bed by 9:30. I don't think I've gotten to bed earlier than 9:30. But around 10, between 10 and 11, and I do it all over again, 5 days a week. It's a little more challenging when I have my daughter, because I have to leave work early. That day I do get out early, so if I have her, I'll get up, do everything the same way, except I won't work out. I'll work straight through, and that's one day I take off from the gym. I have to. I still do cardio in the morning, cardio at night, but I'll go get her, because I have to pick her up by 6 p.m. That's the time the after school care ends. So I'll pick her up and then bring her home, and then just hang out for a little bit, do cardio, maybe do some laundry or something, do something, and then that's it. That's the week. On the weekends, there's always still church on Sundays. On Saturdays, I train people still in the morning as well. And then sometimes I work on Saturday as well, but if I'm not, then that's the day to kind of relax a little bit. But it ends up being like a day of grocery shopping, cooking or something, a birthday party. There's always something going on. So the reason I'm going through all this is just to drive home the whole idea that bodybuilding is not just what you do in the gym. It's not just the cooking even, to say it's just your cooking, your gym time, food prep, food packing. For the average person, it's not. Now, some people are in a very great position where they're financially secure to a point where maybe they don't have to work as much or they don't have to work at all. That's great. And those are probably more the exception than the rule. And that's why I love this sport. And that's why I love the people in this sport that are really doing it and are humble about it. Because I know what it takes when you're going against the flow, you're going upstream in all aspects of life. People will ridicule you for how you eat, for eating every 2-3 hours. You have to stop and give everyone an explanation. I mean, at work for me, I got the same person asking me every single day, what meal is that? Number 5 at 9 a.m. in the morning. So it's always something. It's always something. You have to just be patient and, and just deal with so many things because you love the game, because you love doing this. So that's true bodybuilding, and I hope you, from all the videos that you've watched, everything you've seen, you've been able to pick that up, that, man, this is all-encompassing in many ways. Everything. It turns your life upside down, really. Everything you do is kind of tweaked a little bit because of it. So that's how that's my schedule, and that's how I've had to adapt things, like leaving work just to train to come back and staying later so I can finish my shift. That kind of thing is something that I'm only doing because I love to do what I do. I love competing, and I'm not gonna sit at my desk and just get fat. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but I'm just speaking plainly. I'm not gonna lose my health. I'm not gonna get fat. I refuse to. I have stronger convictions in my heart that won't allow me to do that. And as much as that would make my life easier, I can just focus on work. I'm not called to do that. I'm not. It's that whole saying, like from, I don't know, some Spider-Man movie. To whom much is given, much is expected. The more gifted you are, the more responsibility you have. So I believe that. I believe that I have this passion inside, but it comes with that little bit of a challenge. I was going to say curse, but that's too derogatory. It's a challenge, and you're going to get ridiculed a lot and everything. But in the end, though, the biggest thing, and I can say this because of my win in El Salvador as a national champion, my Facebook increased like threefold. It's like every single day someone is asking me for friendship. And what's even more cool, and what I'm most proud of, is that most of the people that ask me for friendship are men. They're not women that are like asking for friendship because of the way I look in a picture. It's because a man's not going to ask you for friendship unless he admires something that you're doing, wants to know more about you, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I've made an impact in the country and the people that I met, and they told other people, enough for people to want to be my friends on Facebook. I do not take that for granted. And and that's where I'm getting at with all this. It's like that's why I do this. That's why I love this, and that's why I wake up at 4 in the morning. And that's why, as much as right now, 3 weeks out, I so badly want to quit. I just want to, it's getting, the fall is coming. I just want to stop. That's what keeps me going. It's because I love all of this. I love the influence you can have on other people. So that's a part of me. It's a part of who I am, and I love to share that. So more specifically with the competition, how do I feel about it? I don't know. I guess a part of the motivation is slightly gone. I just want to get to the show and do it. But I'm doing everything in my power to do better. I'm about the same weight, and I think I might be a little lighter at the show. I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell right now. I try not to think about it too much, because then I'll end up stressing myself out or second guessing myself on certain things. But the way it stands, like I think that I think in some ways I'll look better than I have. Every show it seems I look a little better. But the one question that I try not to think about too much is that I feel like I'm a lot flatter than I have been in other shows. And I've been kind of dealing with a little injury in my shoulder, and I think that might have something to do with the thickness in the upper body. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But right now, that's where we're at. 3 weeks out from the show. We're going to get a lot in the next couple of weeks. I know we haven't filmed a lot on a weekly recap because it's kind of redundant. You know, oh, another week. This is what I ate. This is what I did. Okay, you've seen one, you've seen them all. So we skipped a few weeks there, but I think, you know, now going in 3 weeks out, I think it'll be a good thing to kind of keep track of what we're doing from here on out. But you notice I said we. And you know, in all this, it'd be unfair and totally disrespectful to not give credit where credit is due. The reason I'm able to keep this kind of schedule and that I'm able to do what I do and even have, like, I don't know, keep my sanity about me with everything going on is because I have a like amazing partner, best friend, motivator, everything that you can lump into one person I have in Brittany Walker. And that's why I say we, because, you know, she's prepping my meals and helping everything from if I need help with my daughter and getting something to the other end of the spectrum in just like, hey, you better not eat this. This is for the girls, you know, for our daughters. So yeah, she keeps me honest. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't work, but for the most part, it does, as far as keeping me honest with my diet. So so anyway, so that's where we're at, and she'll share too what's going on with her. So thanks for following this journey again, and hopefully you guys have learned a lot along the way.